Leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you want YNW Melly released from lockup. Now, with all of the recent news of YNW Melly and his court case date recently being a very hot topic online due to his last court appearance around last week, it's finally been announced actually what went on in that court appearance, as well as some exclusive photos and footage of Melly in court. And to be honest, guys, it's not really great of news, but to be honest with you, I think things are now starting to look up a bit. Now make sure you guys watch this entire video until the end, as this is some very important information about YNW Melly's case, and I could probably give a rough estimate on when YNW Melly will finally be released. Now, I am pretty sure everybody as of right now knows that YNW Melly had a court appearance just a little bit over a week ago. I actually have some photos of his actual court appearance, which I will just be showing you on the screen, but while everyone was worrying what was said in that appearance, as rumors did start online that apparently YNW Melly was sentenced to life or something, I can actually finally now assure you guys what went on in that court appearance just last week is definitely not the case that everyone is saying happened. Now, which is good news, but sadly, it has been announced that yesterday, at the time of this recording, that YNW Melly will now have to go through another court appearance, and it's actually not going to be until the year 2021. Now, I will be explaining everything on the reason why this is right now, but the good news is YNW Melly was not sentenced last week. Bad news is we're going to have to wait until 2021 for YNW Melly to have the possibility of being released again. And now this is all due to the reason of the law not having enough evidence for his case yet. This has actually been going on now for the last couple of months or even couple of years, where the law just keeps on extending his court dates due to the fact that they're not doing their job fast enough. Now, there's many reasons why they can't, get the information fast enough, because nobody knows what actually went on the night that everything went down. Now, many people were saying that this court appearance YNW Melly just had around a little bit over a week ago was the big, court date, the big appearance. This should have been the day that YNW Melly could have been released or even sentenced, and literally just once again YNW Melly was told that it will now be extended for another few months while the police do continue to look and gather up some more evidence in his case. So for all the fans that were commenting on my videos and reaching out to me on social media super worried about him being sentenced or sentenced to even life, that is not the case. A lot of people were starting rumors. I can tell you now, YNW Melly was not sentenced last week, nor was he released. But the court date is now moved to 2021, and also I do believe he will be released the next court appearance he has. And I'm going to be telling you guys exactly why, and I'm going to share with you the exclusive evidence in his court case, which is honestly why I think he is innocent and will be released. So make sure you guys continue watching, because I'm actually curious to know if you think that Melly should be let free or be sentenced after you see all of this evidence. Now, getting into the first and probably one of the most important pieces of evidence, I did share this in actually one of my last videos, but this is a very crucial piece of evidence in this court case, which is why I just kind of want to show it again. Now, this was actually released from the court itself, and it's basically full proof showing that YNW Melly was there with YNW Juvie and YNW Sack Chaser on the sad day the whole entire incident went down. Now, this piece of evidence is very important for many reasons, and I'm going to get into that now. So this photo basically shows exactly where everybody was sitting in the car when it all happened, which does prove that YNW Melly was in the car with Sack Chaser and Juvie when it all went down, which is why the law is taking so long on figuring out what actually happened in this court case, as this incident must have happened within the car or outside of the car, and that YNW Melly was inside it with them leads them to believe that YNW Melly did this to his two best friends. But as you guys can see in the photo, there is the car, there is YNW Melly, YNW Bortlen, YNW Sack Chaser, and YNW Juvie. Now, this is the entire team of YNW. Obviously, everybody that is a YNW Melly fan would know that by now, but still, they all live together in YNW Melly's mansion. It's obviously very normal that they're out all together, driving around, being, you know, friends and just doing things. But why this picture is actually so important is because it proves, as I said earlier, that Melly and YNW Bortlen were in the car with Juvie and Sack Chaser the day it happened. This makes things very concerning for YNW Melly because due to the fact that the law can't find evidence, this proves that YNW Melly was at least near them two on the day it happened. And if YNW Melly actually does test positive for this mixed personality thing, then it actually ties into what we're about to discuss now perfectly on why YNW Melly actually could have done this to his two best friends. Now this is where it starts to get a little bit concerning for Melly, so make sure you just stick along with me here while I explain. Now, getting into this next piece of evidence that the law currently has on YNW Melly is for allegedly having some leaked text messages from YNW Melly to his alleged girlfriend at the time of the incident. Now, allegedly, YNW Melly was actually Snapchat messaging his ex-girlfriend, saying things like he no longer trusted YNW Juvie and YNW Sack Chaser anymore, and he doesn't actually know how much longer that they will be close friends, as YNW Melly doesn't want them in, you know, his inner circle anymore. And then what do you know? A few weeks later, that's when the sad thing happened to Juvie and Sack Chaser. So obviously this puts major suspicion on YNW Melly for many reasons. One of the most talked about things right now is the mixed personality thing that's going on. A lot of people know YNW Melly for his song Mixed Personalities, but what you may not know is that song wasn't just made, you know, to make a hit song. It's actually because he does have mixed personalities in his head. YNW Melly did state in many interviews now that he does have around 8 to 10 different personalities inside of his brain. He does have a side to him named Melvin, and you don't want to mess with him apparently, and he protects Melly, you know, his obvious regular personality. So if you mess with Melly, you have to deal with Melvin. That was one of the things that he would always say in interviews and things like that. So who knows, maybe Juvie and Sack Chaser messed with Melly too much, and this is where Melvin came out. But this is all also allegedly, this whole last part. I do want to state that. Who knows, maybe, you know, this is just a huge coincidence, but we're just gonna have to kind of wait and see how it plays out. But I hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, please leave a like on it and subscribe if you're new. Has been District Trending, and I'm out. Peace.